Hi, I'm Beth with TB Properties Buys Land, and today I thought I would discuss a transaction that we had worked through recently. It's pretty much a typical transaction, what we normally work through time in and time out. Now, the couple that I'm discussing today, they had two 40-acre parcels that were adjacent to each other, and they were out of state from where they had lived. They'd had them forever. They just didn't really utilize them since they were out of state, but they've been paying property taxes on them. Property taxes were pretty high. It wasn't that big of a deal. It's not like they needed the money at all, but they were just tired of paying kind of expensive property taxes on two properties they weren't using anymore. So they'd gotten a letter in the mail from us, and they thought they would reach out. Now, this couple is not the normal couple that we deal with. They were really, really resourceful. And what I mean by that is that they had already gone to a realtor before, and they hadn't had very good luck with the realtor. The realtor had taken pictures of just a satellite view from Google Earth and put like parcel lines around the property. So they actually hadn't even gone out to the property and taken pictures. They'd also called neighbors around the area and asked them if they were interested in buying their properties. And they hadn't gotten any traction there either. So their realtor agreement had run out, and they got a letter in the mail from us, and they thought they would reach out to us and talk to us. So we took a look at their properties. We asked them some questions, went out there to visit, and it took us probably about a week to go and make them an offer on the property just because of weather. This was in the middle of winter. There was a lot of snow, that kind of thing. But we were able to make them an offer and get that purchase agreement off to closing, off to title. So it took about 3 weeks to close due to holidays and such, and they got their check in the mail. So it's a pretty typical transaction where somebody gets a letter in the mail from us, they give us a shout, we're able to ask some questions, make them make sure that offer is formal and accepted by both parties, and then send that off to the title company for closing. They were able to get a cashier's check in the mail from that title company, after we closed, and it all, wrapped up in about 3 to 4 weeks because of, weather conditions and holidays and such. But they were pretty happy. They had gone through and they had been resourceful, tried multiple options, and were able to finally get some cash in hand. So what a lot of people don't realize when you've got rural vacant land is that it can be hard to sell sometimes. If that land's been sitting out there and you don't have a maintained driveway, the things haven't been, mowed or trimmed, it could look kind of ugly, and some people may not want to purchase that way. Some people like to buy land where it's ready to go and looks good. Some realtors are great, and they'll get out there and take pictures. Maybe they've got video, and some aren't, and they don't put the time in, and you don't get represented the way your land should be. So if you've gone down that route, if you've been frustrated and not been able to sell your property, if you're looking for something to close relatively quickly, feel free to reach out to us. It's not going to hurt you to go and get a quote and see what we can do and how fast we can close, and go from there. But whether you get a hold of us by phone call or by email through our website, we look forward to working with you and answering any questions that you might have. Thanks again for listening.